Am I the idiot for telling everyone my ex-BF cheated? I, 16F, and my ex-boyfriend, 17M, were dating for almost a year, best friends for like 5 or 6 months before that. We started dating in April 2022 and broke up April 9th this year. He broke up with me over text and gave me no reason, so that week at school I confronted him, asking him why he did it like that. He wasn't able to look me in the eyes, so I knew it was bad, and he told me there was someone else. It was a girl that he told me he was just friends with, and stupidly, I believed him. Obviously, I was and am heartbroken because I really loved him a lot. So later I was sitting in the hallway with one of my friends kinda just broken down, when the girl he cheated with came out and saw me. Turns out she had no idea we were dating, and they had been dating and had sex 3 days before he broke up with me. I got mad, she got mad too and said she would talk to him. They're still dating. Today he came and asked me why everyone is mad at him and why I told everyone he cheated on me. I told him I said that because it was true and he cheated on me, and everyone deserves to know the truth that he's a lying asshole. I yelled at him and told him that he broke my heart and that whatever comes to him he deserves. Some girl heard me yelling and said I should break up with him, and I just nodded and told her it was done. He said he knows what he did was awful and that he deserves to be hated, and I just agreed with him. I'm losing my mind because all the adults will say this was just fake kids love, but he was my absolute best friend and now I'm just me, and he's with her and it hurts. Should I not have told people? Edit, I just wanted to clarify that I am in no way planning to get back together with him even if he asks. Thank you to everyone for the support. I had a long talk with one of our close mutual friends and he made me feel a lot better about the situation, and so did you guys. Comment 1. I hated hearing the whole "it's just kids love" thing. When you're a teen experiencing all this stuff, it's all new and it's a big emotion. I heard it plenty of times over my first ex, but it hurt a lot at the time, especially since I was in the same boat as you are right now. NTA. You're under no obligation to be nice to him. I'm sorry that you're going through such a rough time though. It'll be okay, and you'll move forward when you're ready. Just focus on yourself and what makes you happy. Take the time you need to grieve the relationship. Comment 2. If he's embarrassed by what he did, he shouldn't have done it. It's literally so easy not to cheat. He could have just talked with you and explained that he was no longer happy / not wanting to be in a long-term relationship / wanted to see what else was out there, and as much as this would have sucked and still broken your heart, at least he could have spared you the cheating. But he decided to cower away from you like a child, and now he's throwing a tantrum because you're acknowledging and telling others who he is. A cheater. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for telling on someone for cheating on their girlfriend after they attacked and physically assaulted me? Before I begin this story, I'd just like to say that I genuinely want to know if I am in the wrong for this situation. I will be leaving out some specific details and changing names to keep this as anonymous as possible. Trigger warning for abuse survivors. Also, I have ADHD and tried my best to tell this story in a coherent way, so LMK if there are any questions. I, 22 female, met D, 23 male when I was 18. Our relationship started out as sexual and romantic until it was revealed to me that he was in a committed and exclusive relationship. Upon being told this information, I reluctantly accepted a friendship because of the great bond I thought we had. Over the past couple of years we would have on and off sexual relations, each time me being told that he was single, and continued to remain close friends. Recently, when attending a club in New Mexico, we had an argument that began based off of me making a comment about him trying to hook up with someone close to me in the past. I am aware that it was stupid of me to remain friends with him after said incident, but I've made a lot of other stupid choices throughout this story. Upon me making this comment, I was called a bitch, to which I responded, "Don't call me a fucking bitch." A large altercation broke out with both of us yelling back and forth, which led to me being accidentally punched in the face. A couple of hours after the incident, he asked me up to his condo to discuss the incident and examine my face, to which I obliged, stupid. While having this discussion, I was repeatedly dragged, pinned against walls, thrown over chairs, and roughed up while in his dorm room with no one around to help. One of the times that I tried to get up, my anger took over me, and I slapped him across the face, again stupid, which caused the abuse to continue. As I was walking to the stairwell, I was chased and grabbed and pinned against the walls of the stairwell once more until he finally decided to let go. I went back home with bruises on my arms, legs, and chest, a skinned knee, and gashes on my legs. To backtrack a little bit, earlier that month, I had found out that him and the girl were very much still together, and I had been lied to about their relationship for quite a few months. With this information, I found the girlfriend's Twitter account and sent her all the evidence of him cheating on her along with proof of him attacking me. Now I'm being told that I'm evil and will get my karma, but in my opinion, that was his karma for beating me to the point of blood. And there were one of two ways this could have gone: go to the police and having his entire future ruined, or telling his GF he's a cheater. I knew one of them would hit harder in the moment, and perhaps I was wrong for that, but overall, I don't think it would have been fair to myself if I let him get away with what he did. I tried my best to admit my wrongs in this post as well as his, and I honestly need to know, am I the asshole? Update 1, I will be going down to the police station today to file a police report. Update 2, I've seen a couple of comments about me not knowing I was a side piece, and I'd just like to clear some things up. 1. When I first found out he was in a relationship, I cut contact with him for a few months BC. I was hurt by the situation. He came back and apologized several months later and explained to me that he was single. To my knowledge, both of us were single, so we continued to be intimate at that point. 2. I made it very clear to him when I initially found out, and several times after that, I am not and will never be okay with being a number 2 choice. I am a strong believer in loyalty, and I would not want to take part in any type of role when it comes to infidelity. 3. I believe that BC I was so adamant and intentional about the fact that I never wanted to be a side piece. He continued in his lie and never told me the truth about his relationship because he knew very well that he would not be able to have his cake and eat it too. He couldn't have both of us at the same time, so he kept that lie from both of us. 4. He never spoke about the girlfriend. I never saw pictures of her. I never saw comments on his social media from or about her, and I never saw any evidence of her in his phone. 5. I found out about the relationship because one of his friends drunkenly told me while I was with some girlfriends at a kickback. By that time, I had already ended sexual relations with him for personal reasons, but again, continued the friendship BC of the great bond I thought we had. Am I worth enough to know better than to be someone's second choice? And that is something I strongly stand on, and he was well aware of, and why he chose not to be honest with me. I hope this cleared some things up, and I will be posting an official update about the police report soon. Comment 1. I'm afraid you've only made yourself a target now. I'm not convinced he won't come find you to hurt you for telling the girlfriend. He's obviously violent and unhinged. You should press charges, and if for some reason you don't want to press charges, you need to at least file a police report so if something happens to you, there is record of him being a threat to your safety. Comment 2. NTA. Going to the police is scary, but now you have a target on your back, and I would be very concerned for your safety if he and the girlfriend are upset with you. Make a report, get a restraining order, do what you can to make your safety a priority. And you are not stupid. You did not ask to be assaulted. Do not victim blame yourself. He chose to do something awful to you. Therapy would be a good idea, or reaching out to some kind of victim services. You don't need to go through this alone. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for telling my boyfriend's family everything he has done to me, including cheating? I, 19, a female, and my boyfriend, 19, a male, have been together for almost 2 years. We took a break 3 months into dating because he needed time to figure out himself and got back together shortly after breaking up. Everything was great after getting back together until one day we were on our way to a theme park. He was showing me his phone and there was a Snapchat he sent to a girl he said was his friend's. I asked if I could see what it was, and it was him saying wow, now I to a bikini picture she posted that day. My heart broke. I was so hurt by him saying that to another girl. I asked him why he said that. He got mad and said, I don't know, it's not flirting, so I don't know why you're mad. I was so angry and said, you don't say that to another girl that isn't your girlfriend. He was mad at me for the rest of the day. Fast forward, I moved on from it even though I was still hurt until a few months later in October 2021, I got a random friend request from a girl. I add her back thinking nothing of it. Until she asked if me and my boyfriend are still together. At that point my stomach dropped because I knew something was up. I asked him, he said, don't worry about her, just unadded her. But of course I didn't, because someone wouldn't just randomly ask that. I answered back saying yes, and then her saying that my boyfriend was trying to get her not to tell me. I begged her to tell me, then she told me everything with picture proof. She told me she sucked his dick because he said he didn't have a condom. They both sent nudes to each other and texted all the time, etc. After hearing this, I was broken. It sent me back into a deep depression. I confronted him about it and he denied it until I sent him the proof she sent me. Note: I do not blame this girl at all because I still talk to her to this day and she is the sweetest girl and I know she's not lying. I gave him the chance to explain himself and took a few days to get my mind straight. I love him so much and I knew he was young and stupid, so I stayed with him. Fast forward over a year, we had been arguing off and on since then because I still can't trust him. One night I was drinking and hanging out with his sisters and I spilled everything and even showed them proof. One of them called their dad that night and told him what has been going on and told me I need to tell his mom, because that's not how they raised him. I haven't had the chance to talk to her yet, but when he found out I told them, he got mad and told me, "Why did you telling them? It's not their business." I got mad and said, "Because I'm hurt and tired of living a lie." A few days went by and when one of the sisters said something about it in front of his family, he denied it and said he never cheated, so now they all think I was lying. Comment 1. Writing from my boyfriend's phone. I was with a guy for a year when he cheated and I tried to stay with him after, partly because I loved his family so much. He cheated with a girl he was just friends with while I was out of town for less than 48 hours. I was crushed and our relationship never got better. His family found out because I also told his little sister. We are still friends to this day, and he was livid. He became accusatory to me and hated all of my guy friends. Fast forward to last February when I finally called it off. I cried once and now have never been happier. The guy I'm with now is an angel and I love him more than anything. Sorry for this being so long, but I wanted to let you know to leave this guy cause there's so much better out there. Comment 2. Break up with him and don't go back to him. You deserve better and you'll find someone who treats you right. The feelings you have now won't be there forever and you will get over him even though you might not feel like it now. You're strong and you can do this. Wish you luck.